welcome to our special edition of South Perth TV, where Taylor Foster and Brianna McLaughlin will tell you all about avalanches. I'm Brianna McLaughlin, reporting to you live on SPTV News. Today, I will be starting off with some questions from our viewers. First of all, we have Patello on the line. Hello, Patello.
Hello. How are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Now, what is
good.
your question?
What is an avalanche?
An avalanche is a flow of snow down a mountainside caused by human or natural activity. They occur when stress in the mountain snow begins to stretch, break off, or loosen. Alright, thank you. Now we have Dolores. Hello?
Hi. What causes an avalanche?
Almost all avalanches are set off by the weight of an object on top of the snow, such as a snowshoer or a skier. Other things that can affect an avalanche are weather, temperature, steepness of the slope, direction of the slope, wind, and terrain. Thank you for calling, Dolores. Now we have Florence on the line. Okay. Hello?
Hello.
What was your question, Florence?
How fast do avalanches travel?
As a matter of fact, an avalanche can reach great speeds of up to 100 kilometers an hour. That's pretty fast if you ask me. Much faster, I'm sure, than any person can outrun. This can turn a natural phenomena into a disaster. Thank you for calling. Now it looks like we have Fabian on the line. Hello, Fabian.
Hello.
What is your question?
When do they happen?
Usually, avalanches occur from December to April, at the peak of snow sport season. So to all of you snow lovers, beware. Thank you for calling, Fabian.
You're welcome.
Now, our last caller that I'm going to take is Cosmo. Hello, Cosmo.
Hello. How do avalanches happen?
Well, this is a pretty long question. Alright. There are three main parts to an avalanche: the starting zone, the avalanche track, and the run-out zone. The starting zone of an avalanche is where the unstable sheet of snow breaks loose from the rest of the snowpack and starts to slide down the slope. Alright, now we have Florence on the line. Hello, Florence. How are you today?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm well. Now, what is your question?
How fast do they travel?
As a matter of fact, an avalanche can travel up to huge speeds as much as 100 kilometers an hour. And that's much more than any person can outrun, which can turn the natural phenomena into a disaster. Now, thank you for calling. We have Fabian on the line now. Fabian, what is your question for us today?
How do they happen?
Usually, avalanches happen from December to April, at the peak of snow sport season. So you snow lovers, beware. Alright, thank you for your call. Now our last caller is Cosmo. Alright, Cosmo, would you like to tell them your question?
Yes, I would. That's my call. My question is, how do they happen?
Well, an avalanche happens in three parts. First, there's the starting zone, the avalanche track, and the run-out zone. The starting zone of an avalanche is where the unstable sheet of snow breaks loose from the rest of the the rest of the snowpack, and starts to slide down the slope. Most starting zones are at pretty high elevations on the slope, but given the right condition, the snow could break at any time. The avalanche track is the path the avalanche takes. If avalanches occur frequently at certain places, large sections of trees may be missing. The snow might be piled up into two places, forming a sort of chute. If avalanches break off from the same point multiple times during the winter, they tend to take the same path. The runout zone is where the snow slows down and stops moving. This is where snow debris that were picked up usually pile the highest. If a person was caught in an avalanche, this is where their body would end up. Alright, well thank you for your call, Cosmo.
You're very welcome.
Alright, well that's all the calls we're going to take for today. Thank you for watching. One of the most devastating avalanches ever to occur was the one of Mount St. Helens in Washington, D.C., May 18, 1980. This volcano caused the eruption, which caused the avalanche. 47 bridges were destroyed, along with 250 homes, 15 miles of railroad track, and 185 miles of highway, all destroyed by one seemingly perfect mountainside. This diagram shows the directions of snowfall down the mountain as this avalanche occurred. Here we have the avalanche warning flags. The first one being yellow, meaning the snow is generally stable and safe. The second one is also a go-ahead, as most steep slopes are moderately stable, but elsewhere are very stable. The checkered flags, both, should mean a good warning. The first, number 3, stability on many steep slopes, snow is moderately or weakly stable. And the fourth warning, stability on most steep slopes, snow is not very stable. And the last one, the final black flag, snow is very unstable. Even on gentle slopes, many large, spontaneous avalanches are likely to occur. Here we have graphed the deaths caused by avalanches, 59% being backcountry skiers, 32% being snowmobilers, 3% hiking, 3% snowshoeing, and the last 3% being out-of-bounds areas that people have wandered. Okay, and down here we have avalanches in Canada, where many cities in British Columbia and Alberta have been taken into consideration. These two cities have a high of 7 avalanches in total. Many other have quite less, at 1 to 2 to 3 at the most. I'll be filling in for Taylor as I tell you our prediction on where the next avalanche will occur. Scientists are having trouble pinpointing exactly when and where avalanches will occur, due to constantly changing weather conditions. They are, however, coming close. Once an avalanche expert determines the conditions that create potential avalanche situations, predicting avalanches become a relatively simple matter of recognizing those conditions. In response to avalanche disasters in the past, many governments in mountainous areas have set up avalanche centers to constantly evaluate avalanche conditions and alert the public of possible dangers. Presently, the most popular winter recreation areas throughout the world provide information on avalanche conditions to visitors. The Yellowstone Avalanche Center in Wyoming, for example, employs 2 full-time and 1 part-time avalanche expert to keep a close watch on conditions in the area. The conditions of an avalanche that these experts would look at are as following. They use tools like weather observations, forecasts, snow analysis, and historical records, daily observations of wind speeds, direction, air temperature, sky conditions, and many other factors as well. Other people study the mountain from afar, using radios and satellites. If the signs are right, they know that an avalanche is about to occur. Areas with a high risk of avalanches are on the map below. At any moment, these signs could change, making our prediction very hard. These spots all have high risks of an avalanche. In conclusion, any of these places are where I predict we will have our next